It's 4 o'clock. We'll call the Wednesday, March 11th, 2026 City of Scottsburg Board of Water Works Board meeting to order. First thing on our agenda is to approve the February 25th, 2026 minutes.
Don't move, brother.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries to approve the minutes for February 25th. Public comments. Do we have anyone here from the public that would like to bring anything before the board? Okay, we're going to close that section of the meeting. Adjustments. Todd? Everything look good?
I'm good with it. I make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we pass those.
I'll second that.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries to approve the adjustments. Old business, rental house, we have got a couple more applications in, we've had people picking up applications. I think we've only had one or two.
One,
drop
I
by.
think.
So hopefully, maybe we'll get some more before our next meeting and we can get somebody in there by 1st of April. So,
I did want to let you know, I did put some for rent signs up there.
okay,
You guys talked about, and somebody stole
Oh,
them, so, probably just gonna leave it like it is. 'Cause
okay.
I know I wondered that because we talked about it and then I drove past it the other day and I didn't see any signs and I was like, oh, I guess we just didn't put signs out there.
I do have a metal one that you can drive down in the ground if you want to use it. All right. But it's ready to rent, right? As far as knowing. Okay. All right, next thing we have under old business is 120 water. What we have happening with that?
Okay, I'll make this as short and sweet as I can. I want to start by saying that I'm just here to present this tonight. I don't expect you guys, I just want to get this out to you. I'm sure you're all aware that 120 Water is the company we've been working with on the flood service line inventory for a couple of years. And they're saying that we are contractually indebted to them for $11,000 that we're arguing that we don't owe that money because they're not shown any work. I spoke with the gentleman, Will Bischoff is his name. He's a representative of 120 Water. I spoke with him a couple of weeks ago. I agreed to set up a Zoom meeting with him to discuss some potential work that they could do. And I did research this a little bit. It's called projective modeling, where to give it to you in a nutshell, I don't know exactly what the number of unknowns we still have in the system are, but let's just say it's 1,600. The way this projected modeling works is if we have 1,600 unknowns that still have to be identified, they can take the data they already have and they can create a map. And instead of us being obligated to go out and identify all 1,600, we might have to be obligated to identify 350. And then based on those findings, they can project what all the others are, which could save us a lot of time because manpower. And so that part of it I do like. Then I asked him what the cost would be. And the projected, well, not projected, he said the cost to do this projective modeling would be $38,000. And I said, now is that a one-time cost? And he said, well, it's per year. And he said, but it should only take 1 year, but it's based on, it has to come back in a 95 percentile. And he can explain that better. But, and I told him, I said, well, I'm just gonna be honest with you, based on your track record, I know exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna go out and identify 350, and then you guys are gonna come back and say, well, we need to identify a couple hundred more, so we need to prolong that contract. And he said, if I can give you assurance that it's a one-time thing. And I said, well, I need to present this to the mayor and the board and see what they even think about it before we move further. But I think if you guys are on board with listening to him, maybe I can get him to either,
So is this on top of the 11,000?
That's my question.
Does anybody else do what he's gonna do?
or,
Any other company?
I would say so. I don't know. I
I don't even
haven't.
know why we're fooling with it.
Oh, you mean, are anybody else doing what we're having to do? Or
No, can anybody do what he wants to do?
the projected modeling?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So like that's the outfit that says we owe him money?
Yeah.
What are we fooling with him?
Well,
They haven't
the,
done anything, have they?
it's,
They haven't done anything, have they?
no, the only thing they really have done was in the very beginning, the first year, they were supposed to go through tax records because any home built after 1988 is exempt. And they were supposed to go through all the tax records and eliminate all of those homes right off the get-go. And then honestly, after that, the only thing they're doing is if we provide them the information, they'll input it into the portal. But Lauren and the girls up here have access to the portal, and they said that they'd be more than happy to put it in the portal. But here's where the problem lies. This is all developed by the EPA. The EPA is requiring every water system in the country to do this. We, as a water system, are responsible for identifying your private line. We have to identify every customer's private line, with the exception of anything built after 88. And, I mean, that's creating a hardship for a lot of community water systems because they don't have, we don't have the manpower to do this. And 120 Water, when they saw this coming down, 120 Water, they worked very closely with the EPA. They helped the EPA set these guidelines. So 120 Water, they know all the ins and outs. They know how to get around things that we don't because, you know, they work closely with the EPA. This is what they do. So, you know, to say that we shouldn't work with them, I can't say that just because, you know, they can help keep us in compliance with the EPA. But my gripe is the same as his and everybody else's in here. I don't feel like, and I told him that, I said, well, until you can show me what you're doing, I don't see how you can justify that we owe you any money. You know,
We looked that contract over last meeting or meeting before. There's no stipulation saying that it's a continuing contract.
and I pointed that out to him. I told him that myself, the city attorney, the water board, the mayor, clerk treasurer, we all looked over that contract. And there's nothing in there stipulating that it's auto renewal.
I also suspect.
And he didn't have a response for that. So the bottom line is, I just, you know, if you guys were willing to,
So,
I don't know if maybe I could get him to come to a meeting and, you know, he can present this better than I can. But I mean, in a nutshell, that's what I'm getting out of it is that we could do. And here's another thing. If we don't do the projected modeling and we say, you know what, we don't want your help, we're gonna identify every service line that we have to identify. And like I said, we're gonna guess it's roughly 1,600. I don't think we can do it in the timeline that needs to be done. So if we hired a contractor to help us, which Jeff Coombs Excavating, when we got that grant, that $100,000 grant last year, and I hired Coombs Excavating to go out and identify what they could for that 100,000. They identified roughly 350 for $100,000.
you
So-
serious? You're paying $100,000, and they only got 350 houses? Oh, my.
And that's actually, I think Jeff ended up charging, well, you can do the math, but it seemed like it was between $200 and $250 per hole. And that's very, I mean, I checked
So they're
around,
potholing them?
yeah. And that was very reasonable. So if you look at it from that aspect, you know, if we can't get them all done, and you know, we have to hire somebody to help us, just do simple math and say, well, you're talking $200 per service line to identify, and say they have to identify 500 of them. Well, is it cheaper to do the projected modeling?
We've got our own equipment for that. I mean, I'm not saying.
We just don't have the manpower. I mean, that's,
Hire somebody, to use our equipment. I mean, it looked to me like it would be.
why don't you set him up to,
Okay.
again, let's let him explain, because I'd like for him to explain $11,000 while he's at it.
Okay.
And that's what I was gonna say, Mr. Chairman, that basically I spoke with a lady and she told me that they pay for that. In other words, the EDA pays for that. We don't pay for it, it's just they pay for it. So I'm trying to see where this guy's coming from.
Yeah,
It sounds like to me, he's
Double dipping.
double dipping.
yeah. And
Now, we don't know, but so we may need to explore more what we do.
Well, I mean, it'd just be nice to have an explanation of, number one, the 11,000, and then
yeah,
how he's coming up with 38 to do this other. So, can you set up a time for him to come in one of our meetings?
yeah, I can.
I mean, is he,
He told me after the Zoom meeting, I told him I would discuss with all of you tonight. So he's supposed to get with me tomorrow or Friday.
Where's he from?
It's a 317 area code, so, Somewhere.
So he's up in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Um,
We don't have to fly anywhere from Washington.
but I'll see if I can't get him to maybe come to the next meeting, or if nothing else, maybe if he can't come, maybe he can do a Zoom or something while we're here, I don't know. But I wanted to run it by you, I'm thinking the same
So
thing.
how are they going to identify?
Do what?
How are they going to do something different than what you did? In other words, if they are potholing, how are they going to, you're telling me they're gonna get 1,600 houses done by going through and testing all of those?
Well, the projected modeling, basically, they will take the information they currently have, which is, we have currently roughly, I think there was close to 600 homes that were exempt right off the bat, and it's more than that now, because some new homes have been built. But,
I think so.
so just say 600 homes right off the bat, out of 3,300 and exempt. So now you're down to 2,700 homes. So there have been roughly 1,000 that have been identified. So I guess what they will do is they will take the information they currently, 1,000 that they currently have, and then I guess what they do is they just look at the addresses and say, okay, this area here, which we only have 3 confirmed lead so far. 3 confirmed lead private service lines. And then 60-some galvanized, which they recommend, obviously, the lead be replaced, and they also recommend the galvanized be replaced. So I don't know if what they do is they put a model up on a map of Scottsburg and say, okay, well, this cluster over here is where all of the lead and galvanized service lines are. So they create a map and say, we're gonna concentrate on this area right here.
I think what you're suggesting, both of you, is right, I think should be better,
Okay.
especially when I spend that kind of money.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, they're not gonna do any digging to find out, like you had.
That's a shame, that 100,000 is paid for that 3 times over.
We
Well,
did,
see, that's what the EPA is requiring is that, like your house is big enough, okay?
Yeah, I understand that, but,
What about
I
across
don't
from the woods?
understand how they're gonna do it, they're not digging. You had,
We would still be doing the work. All they're doing, we're still doing the
we
work.
still had to dig it,
All they're
we
doing,
have to dig where they say they
Exactly.
think, they think it's there.
exactly. That's what this projected modeling is, and I still think that price is, I mean, I could see $5,000 to create a map for, but yeah, they're just telling us where to go.
Well, I think we can find that out ourselves without giving them money. I don't trust them anyway.
I haven't,
let's get him to come down.
Yeah, have him come down live to us tomorrow.
We'll have Marvin put him under the bright lights
Yeah.
and see how he holds up.
Even if he hadn't come, he'd listen to me.
Marvin had experience with this.
Have you talked to any other water utility and seen how their experience with them has went?
I've talked to Stucker Fork a little bit. I've talked to, Scott Ham he used to be with Silver Creek Water.
Like, are they having like good outcomes from them, or?
Actually, I need to, well, see, Stucker Fork now under new management, so I need to give Brad a little bit of time to
Yeah.
get his feet on the ground. But I wanted to talk to him, that according to Will, when I was talking to him, which he confirmed, I mean, I didn't bring it up. He said, Stucker Fork's under new management now, so he knows all that, so he is in contact with him. He said that Stucker Fork has them do the mailers and all that. We're doing that in-house.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if Stucker Fork, well, it's cost extra to have them send out the mailers, so. But I do know that a lot of water systems partnered with them just because in the beginning, they told everybody, because a lot of this, this is all new to us. And, we don't know all the rules and regulations. And, they came in and told everybody and said, the bottom line is, we will keep you compliant.
You know who would be a big help is American Water. They have a tremendous amount of customers like this, that if they're doing it, we're gonna have to do it as well, but
Oh, yeah.
how are they doing it? American Water is all over this nation.
Well.
I'm sure they're in-house.
They're probably hired, they've got people hired out, I mean, they've got more money than them to do. It's nothing.
They probably have it in-house, I would think. I don't know.
But they might have some way that they're doing something that you just.
Yeah.
So.
But we'll,
What's Stucker Fork? You said they're under new management or something.
Randy, I don't know, Randy Needler, he was the
They don't have a
CEO.
board anymore, same board they had.
Yeah, they got a board, but Randy Needler was like the superintendent, and he retired. And so Brad Beacock, they promoted him to Randy's position. That's
Oh,
all.
you're just talking about the info.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah. It happened before, they've had more than one superintendent. So Ray Lord, I think, was the first.
Was Ray Lord the first one?
I think so. Yeah, I think he was.
How about that? Boy, he had a hard way, didn't
He was, you know,
he? He was a good guy. He was a really good guy.
All right. Anything else on 120 water?
No.
Anyone else have any old business? All right, close this portion of our meeting. We'll go on to new business. Water tower discussion and design. We talked a little bit about that before the meeting. Mayor, if you'd like to tell us you'd like to see?
I mean, if this is only gonna be on the Highland Elementary.
Correct.
I mean, we had mentioned at one point trying to, I don't think we mentioned it, I think that one of the councilmen mentioned it, and I said, we'll see what we can do. Maybe I did say it. But about putting Scottsburg state basketball winners, state champions in 2024, and Warrior state champions in 24, and Warrior Reds 1989, putting that on that. But I think we need Scottsburg, but then you could put something like that up there.
And they painted purple and gold.
Oh my. I have seen that in my house every day. And I'm telling you what, looking over, that guy took Miner's Car Wash and sprayed all that white. He put purple and he put yellow. It looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible.
Yeah, that's
Let's not do purple and gold, please.
Well, I can tell you right now, that's probably a good idea, because if you did the purple would probably.
It's gonna fade.
It fades really
Well, it's
bad,
gonna
yeah.
fade, but it's gonna cost about $50,000 more too. And, I mean,
I think our other tower's white. I think they look nice.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when you put something in dark letters like what you're wanting, I think that'd be fine. But, you were not at our last meeting, when, and I forget the gentleman's name, came down from the water tower. What's his name?
Jay.
Jay, I'm sorry, Jay Hoffman, yeah. But he act like whatever we wanted to do with it. I mean, and he showed us some designs on other cities and stuff. And so I think what you're wanting to do with the basketball, I don't think that would be an issue at all for him.
Because Scottsburg has been known for our basketball. I think where we have kids right there at the grade school. And, Margaret, did you go to that school as well? Highland Elementary?
Yeah.
Somebody goes back that far. My dad went there. I went there. In fact, I was there one day outside at a recess, and that tower was peeing water out on me. You know what I'm saying? It had plugged a hole. It was going right across the road, and all these kids just having a ball.
You remember who the principal was when you there?
Right, Richie.
Who?
Richie.
Fred.
Richard, yeah.
Fred.
Now, see, he wasn't, Kennedy was, Tip Kennedy. You remember Tip
Oh,
Kennedy?
Tip said, boys will never put anything in your ear smaller than your fist. And yet he was sitting there with his keys in his. And I had both him and I had his wife.
I had her, I did too.
Yeah.
I had him in the 8th grade and her in the 1st.
I had him.
Yeah, Lena was just a sweetheart,
Fish.
his wife, yes.
I sit in the seat right behind his books.
Yeah.
And then the boy behind me was a goofing off one day. I seen what Tip was gonna do. He's backing up, he reached back there at the blackboard and got that pointer, and he come up out of that seat and took a swing at him.
Well, his wife, I remember her,
It's crazy.
and she tied a boy to the back of his chair. His name was Harry, and he would not sit still, and she just tied him into that chair.
Did you get away with that today?
Oh,
my God.
No, they ain't. Yeah.
My
You can't-
God.
Well, I love need this way.
They had with you.
I do have something on the water tower though.
Fred would whip him
Next to me
at
is
heartbeat
the
too.
department head
Yeah.
for my department.
Oh, yeah.
Now Todd never had it. Now Todd.
Oh, yeah. I had Miss Sutton, she picked you up.
So, Stacy has something.
I actually wasn't planning on being here, but, so on this water tower,
Yes.
it's all, my stuff's on that,
You want
the
that?
broadband. So are you
We
sandblasting?
are actually, what his idea to do with that, he's actually gonna make a pedestal. If I understood, if you guys understood the same thing I did, he's gonna put a pedestal on top of the water tower to mount all that,
Oh, wow.
To mount what?
your stuff.
That won't, it'll change the angle potentially. When are they doing this?
Probably summertime.
Gotta be looking for a place.
There ain't no place. It's the water tower. So, would I be able to like have his contact information so I know like when he's doing it? Cause when they drape, like even Stucker Fork or when they drape those, we're offline, like it blocks the
Oh,
antennas so
sure,
we can't
yeah.
do anything. And if they sandblast, we ran into issues where it pitted the cables.
I don't think it's sandblast.
Okay, so you're just
I think
fresh
it's-
paint?
Yeah, I think.
More inside than out, but
Okay.
Um,
All right, yeah, if you don't care to share his, just so that I know, one, if we can get up there and clean off if there's any unnecessary, antennas that aren't active, we might be able to, but I don't just
Is there-
climb the towers to climb the towers,
so why don't you get with him and see if there's something he can, because he just was thinking if we installed something on there to make it easier for you guys to mount things, but if it's already easy to mount things, then we'll leave it alone.
Yeah, I just don't know how to relocate it and if it even needs relocated or, what they're actually doing for it.
Okay.
So, I mean, we've dealt with Stucker Fork and with you guys doing that before, but any heads up because the sandblasting is a huge one when they drape it. But it would be nice
They
because
sand- Go ahead.
we still have those links that are active. It's not as much with the fiber, but there's still, it'll affect.
Who else has towers on
I'm sorry?
it? Who else has towers on that?
Well, I think you have a camera for, I don't know if it's WHAS has a weather camera. Is it up there?
I think so.
And I think you may, I don't know if you have any other radios for EMS. Like, I don't know about that part because it's not, but it'll affect that stuff,
So,
potentially, depending on what he's actually doing. But I didn't know that was happening, but that will be something. And I don't care to talk to him if you can share it.
But it'll probably be, bids will be open the first part of April.
Yeah.
And then, I would be surprised if the contractor gets in here before late summer.
I know that's our busy time because that's the perfect weather that we're building out. So if I can get, it's the time of year
You're
we're,
gonna have fun. Like I said, I don't, we're at the mercy of the county, they
Okay.
may come in and say, we're ready to start the end of April, but I very seriously doubt it.
okay, all right.
Why don't we get her, his information, Jay's information? You have one of his cards? You have one of his cards?
I don't.
Or can you
but I-
just text her?
I've got it.
Yeah, that's fine. I just listening.
Might call him sooner than later.
Mhm.
Um,
And is it just Old Water, which is what we call it? I don't know what you call it, Highland Street? It's
It's
just
not-
that one. It's not
yeah, that's
Witch's
all I
Hat.
do.
It's not, okay. Okay. Sounds good. That's all I
Well,
have.
thank you, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, once it's painted up and looking nice, we'll probably have to renew your lease,
Oh,
change your rate.
really?
Yeah. So if we raised it 20%, what would that be? Still zero,
They
right?
don't
No, we pay
that
you.
Now.
Oh, you do?
Don't
Oh,
get
good.
Yeah, we
paid.
pay you tower rent every month
Oh,
on 3 towers.
Really? They should be paying rent. They should be paying rent.
We do.
They are.
They do. You do?
Take it back. Yep, every month. Pay on 3 towers. We pay tower rent.
Base city.
Broadband pays water.
Gothenburg.
Yeah.
Water department.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I told them, I thought we ought to be paying them. Or, they ought to be paying us.
We have for years.
Well,
Huh?
you might be wrong.
Yeah. I think it's total, I think it's
You
150
didn't
tower.
know about that either, did you?
You're
I'll
welcome.
check
You're
this
welcome. Now what?
I'll check into that.
We'll look at their, budget. Look at their budget. That'll tell.
whenever you need help up there, just remember who's climbing it. Yeah, I'll tell Matt.
I just know what they wanted to put a tower at my house when I lived out in the country,
Yeah,
$500. I said, see, boys,
now we moved you in town. See?
well, I mean, that wasn't the reason I said, but
They want $500?
Yeah.
For what?
took me up to a computer.
Oh, I see.
Had to buy a pole.
They had to put a telephone pole, the light pole up and put the tower on top of it.
Right, right, right.
They said, we can do it, $500. I said, no, you ain't gonna do it right.
Exactly.
I give you $500 when you got it done, nothing.
All right. Anything else on the water tower?
You know,
I think what
I
you're
mean,
wanting,
the city of Scottsburg,
I think what you're wanting to be very simple,
Mile,
because he was talking about some complex,
1954 Milan won the state basketball championship. You remember?
Yeah.
Or don't?
sure do
But
that.
on their water tower today is basketball
That was,
state champions, 1954.
okay, so that's what it is.
So now they have a city that has their water tower painted like a golf ball because it's close to the,
Milo just did this. They made this basketball.
yeah, there it is, right there.
They just made theirs about actual.
Made it into basketball. That'd be neat.
Well, ours isn't round enough, I don't think.
What about that one over by,
Over by the firehouse.
Firehouse?
Yeah, we could probably do that.
It's not like a golf ball team.
You need to wait for that one?
That's pretty new. And
Yeah, we just done that one not too long ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
how old
It'd
is
be a
that?
big wait, 15 years?
yeah, that one was done,
About 5-6 years ago.
well,
It's been-
no, that was the witch of that.
I mean, we redone the one out there
The,
by the firehouse.
yeah, it was, I'm wanting to say it was redone,
17
I
or
think
18.
2010.
I think it's been sooner than that. Because remember, we had a design problem with it when it was built. And there was some design problem with it. And it's something simple, but anyways, they fixed it when they redone it, but I don't know. I may be wrong.
Well, that one's still a ways out. That's the good news. That tank and the witch of that, the inspections on both of those came back good.
Yeah.
So those two tanks will be in good shape for a while.
Yeah.
Once we get this one rehab, elevated tank wise, we ought to be in good shape.
And Mayor, if you look at our financials, we're in our, tower fund is
Tower fund was good.
a real good,
Mhm.
yeah. So, yeah, so
We want to keep doing that.
Oh, yeah.
we don't have any problems, so. But yeah,
How long does it take? Once they start, does it take a month? Does it take 3 months typically?
I'm trying to remember the last time I should remember when they did the witches that. I think when they were at the witches that, I think it was about a month.
Also, I want to ask as well, are we flushing all of our hydrants every year?
Yeah.
So we're making sure they're all working. So when we're out painting, we inspect them as well and everything else like that. That's great. We have a map where all the hydrants are.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
you.
Well, and that helps with the fire department's rating, which helps with our insurance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and actually, I'm glad you said that, we kind of work in conjunction with the fire department, help each other out because we need to know if they get on a hydrant that's not working because it needs to be working and vice versa. We discover one's not working, we try to let them know, hey, if you need to use a hydrant, don't use this hydrant, it's out of service.
But that goes into the classification on the fire department, which is a effect on the amount of insurance.
Yep.
Rates.
The ISO rating.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that, yeah, water department pays, what is it, 35%, isn't it?
Something like that. It's quite a bit. Yeah.
What's the percentage of your increase of chemicals and expenses over the last 2 to 3 years?
Probably about 20 to 25%.
Uh,
I've got a guy he's going to different towns and they're trying to get what the percentage is. I told him, I said, I'll be at water board, I'll find out for water.
Yeah, that would be something Lauren could go back, I think, and figure pretty quick. But,
Okay, just go to Lauren. you think?
yeah.
I would agree, I would say over the
Nope,
last.
Lauren,
Lauren, okay,
Lauren's good.
all right. Okay. All right,
Hey, you can get it?
Nope. I'm gonna hand that off to Lauren. Sounds like a Lauren thing. I don't-
I think she can get it pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't have access to all of this good stuff right here.
Okay, good deal.
I don't want access either, so.
But I would be willing to bet that we're right at the 20-25%.
You think it's that much?
Uh,
Do you think it's that much?
It's probably, chemicals they've gone up.
If they have it, they're going to think it has gone up. Everything else is gone up.
Yeah, I mean, I might be a little bit off, but it's pretty close. We'll see. All right, let's go on. Other new business, we have a new hire, or you're just looking for a new hire?
No, I saw that too when I looked at the agenda. I called Lauren, I said, you know something I don't? And then she refreshed my memory what it was at the last meeting, after the meeting, I had, which, the mayor has already been informed of this and, he's good with it, with what I want to do. Ms. Hampton, her job title basically was meter reader. And, since she started working here, a lot has changed. So I don't really feel we need that title anymore. So I wanted to change that job description to distribution operator, just the same as, all the other positions that are out there.
With all of our cell readers, we really,
Yeah, that way, just so the job duties, there's no confusion over it, I was hired just to read meters, well, that's not, everybody does that. So that's basically what this is, I just wanted to see that.
What did you want to change it to?
I'm sorry.
What's the name that you wanted to change it to?
Distribution operator.
I don't see why we need a motion for that, do you guys?
No,
That's,
I don't know, you might, just because of the.
might put it on,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
on the minutes, okay.
Probably do.
So you guys heard what,
I'll make a motion that we change that
from meter reader
job
to,
description.
And I'll second
Meter
it.
reader to, what do you say it is?
Distribution operator.
Distribution operator.
good?
Yep.
Got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, it's official now.
And we lost another one,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
the new boy.
yeah, when did that happen?
He quit,
Pretty close to her.
yeah,
So you're really down 3 people
Yes.
now. Jeez.
so. We're taking application.
Have you had
I got some today, I haven't really had a good chance to look at them, but, but that's all I have.
Okay. Anybody else have any new business to bring before the board? Very good.
I
Stacy?
think I pretty well
All right.
had a couple of my questions answered.
Okay, Mayor, you have any announcements?
You know, no, we had a basically superintendent meeting today. We meet every month. And I told him, I said, I tell you what, I played ball with Bill Mack James in 68, 69. I don't think I've seen as much of a group of people working great together since then. So, I mean, you know, we were all in as a team on ball. And my correct, we were all in a group here with all of our department heads. It's just been great, I think. Right now, we've got a really good team right now.
Good,
So, fantastic.
great.
Did, you talking about, Bill James, did you hear one of his sisters passed away?
No, who was that?
Well, the one that worked for SML,
Sherry?
yeah,
Sherry died?
that's what a guy told me today when I was walking in a
Oh,
Walmart.
it's Jerry.
Oh, yeah,
Jerry.
you're right, Jerry.
Told me that, and I hadn't heard it either. I don't know, I guess, whether you knew what he was talking about or not.
I remember renting to that girl years ago.
I don't think
She works at SNL anymore though, didn't she? I don't know what.
Her name was Jerry?
No. Another, yeah, I don't know. I haven't
She
heard
worked
anything.
at Bale Lumber
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
she went to
Yeah.
SNL.
Well, no, there was a Sherry that worked for Vales and a Jerry that worked for Vales.
I didn't know that, but
I
that's
hate
what
to
a
hear
guy
that.
told me, and I hadn't heard it either. So, may be true, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why he'd have any.
Well, anybody else have anything?
No, I'll make a motion, we adjourn, brother chairman.
All
I'll
in favor?
second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for all that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Another day, another.
This is also highlight of the day. This is a highlight of the day. Everything's pretty good. Just a few more bumps. Trying to get all the bugs.
Yeah.
So we still got a few things that's not working right, so we had him here today, because we're not gonna pay you till you get this stuff right. So, yeah. It's all good.
If Jill
Oh,
hadn't
really?
said nothing.
I just-
about
Why did you
want to know that?
Legos in water tower.
Yeah.
Jill,
Yeah.
she said anything.
What was I wanting to know?
Well, she said something
Yeah.
about.
Oh, that's-
They were disconnected from non-pay last week,
Hey,
Yeah.
and I wanted to know if I can charge them the